at the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela. We are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The numbers for him from a week ago, 14 carries, 52 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 24 carries, 126 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickens is there on the crossing route. Touchdown! George Pickens, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up, because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Going to look at Mark Andrews as he and this Ravens offense set to begin another series. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, Jackson. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
From the 39, Pickett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They run again with Harris. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can...
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pickett going to bootleg it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. The Steelers at 7-5 now in the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And they were able to tough it out last week. A close one-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
Off play action. Pickett. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14 coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the Parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those Parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out come the Steelers. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up? Now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play?
Dobbins hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
It's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Pickett sets up play action. Rolling to his right. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw again on second down. Pickett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Got an open man. It's Pickett. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one taken in by Cephas. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown Steelers. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
They haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson running again. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's second and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now he steps away, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
First and 10, here's Pickett. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, 53 yards. And the Steelers take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So we reach half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing. Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He gets this complete to Cephas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. Tackle there by Michael Pierce. At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 60 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here.
4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a first down carry for Harris. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here comes the Pittsburgh
Steelers, and running back Najee Harris is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs
at their 35-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to Walker on 1st down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
The quick feet by Jackson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Jackson going to run again.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. 2nd down, here's an option right. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Jackson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing, because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Here's Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth, 71 yards. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Open man is Duvernay. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Jackson will throw again. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At their own 27. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Harris running straight ahead.
yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing again on second down. Pickett. And he rifles one incomplete. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Pickett will look to throw it here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, but that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Second down and goal. Jackson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. He's at the 40.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there.
And it's second down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll find Bateman once more. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson from the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team. Well, we figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
A Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
I'm really out for blood this time, look.